Start recording. Does it work? Seems to work. Okay, let's have a look here. I don't trust it. So make sure there's a video coming up. Okay, then it's good. Of course, there should be the pause button, but I can't see it. Okay, oh, it's working. So why? This sounds weird over my headphone. Inconsistent errors on your operating system. As you can see, this is now GhostBSD, and you can see that's made. That's not anymore XFCE. What happened there? Right? It's still on a spinning disk, but it's now on a 3.5 inch, 1 terabyte hard drive. It's of course still ZFS. The old one, I had errors coming in. I scrubbed the pool, it got repaired. My Salix terminal VirtualBox couldn't work, got killed. I still haven't. Of course, I have copies of it, right? I've got backups, so I just have to put it back on. But because I had these errors coming up, and I made tons of videos which I never uploaded because they were inconsistent errors, things I've done many times before, and they just didn't work anymore. I said, okay, what's going on here? There's something is not right. So inconsistent errors. If you have that, most people go like this guy, you know, I talked about it. He bought a laptop from Facebook somewhere for $95 and he used GhostBSD and he had tons of trouble coming up, and to be honest, he got a lemon. And so first I thought it was his hard drive, because that's what I always think, you know. I thought, oh dear me, my old spinning hard drives, 2.5 inch laptop hard drives, they're throwing errors. They actually didn't. I did memory test with my Magia Live disk or ISO file, right? And it threw RAM errors. I said, oh no, dear me, what's going on? I will end up with less than 32 gigabyte RAM. So I had to figure it out. And of course, the last one, last block I put in was actually the one which threw all the errors. And as you can see, I found another one. I plugged that in. 35.86 gigabyte for for a normal computer. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Now people can say, oh Dirk, why don't you just change that for in one of your servers? You know, I still have that Slackware BSD. I think they have the same how do you call it? The same way of working. It's not the right thing. My head is full with other things in a moment. Ain't broken, don't fix it. So if I open my server, you know, it's running fine. I've got no CRC errors. I've got nothing problems. If I run parity checks, they're all doing good. So I might just open it and nick a cable or something, and all of a sudden I've got trouble. So I do not want to open it because they got both 32 gigabyte RAM. They're all working fine. It's more than enough. So there is no real need, except my ego maybe, to open it up and change that thing. But the risk of breaking something is far too high in my opinion. So ain't broken, don't fix it, right? Why would I? No, enjoy this here, because I have another one. I think that's also 32 gigabyte. Just imagine if I put that in here. That would be something. So if you have weird errors coming from your operating system, that's usually a good indicator that I would now, I mean, you always go for hard drives. That's what I did. I think I have to swap my tactic and go for a RAM test first, because that's the easiest and fastest thing to do. Almost all live disks have this. You have when you boot up, you can say mem test, and you just throw the mem test in, and then you can see. And I would say most of the time it is actually RAM, because I had that now 2 times in the server, right? When I said in one video that my OM V8 kicked the bucket, and then I tried to run Unraid in the same server case, which is now the server case I'm running here, my operating system. So this is on hardware here, right? Where is it here? On real hardware. System tools. System monitor. So this is just real hardware. You can see that here. I'm on Mate. It's not Mate, it's Mate. 35.8 gigabyte. Doesn't really show you much resources. Okay, CPU, here it is. That's a real thing. Memory, receiving, file systems. Doesn't tell you. Oh yeah, here it is. Look, C processor. AMD Ryzen 5 4600G. Means graphic card is built in, right? Radeon graphic card. Blah 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 blah. and disk space, as I said, it's a 1 terabyte spinning hard drive, which I had for a long time, but the 3.5 inch now. And the 3.5 inch, you can see they're faster, right? They're bigger, they're faster. So that is that. And now I just reinstalled it. So the only thing I installed was a simple screen recorder, but also OBS. And I'm recording with OBS here. Right, where is it then? Let's lift it up. Launch anyway. No, it's running somewhere. Oh yeah. You see, it's running here. I don't like... How many panels does a man need? That sounds great, right? So I like, of course, this. I want to see that. I would like to have my workspaces. So if you are installing Mate and you don't want to have the second panel either, so you just go on the top here and then you go in Properties or Add to Panel. Let's try that first. We go Add to Panel, and these are called Windows button. So Windows has nothing to do with Microsoft. Or Windows List, Windows Selector, Work Switcher, Show Desktop. What are they called? They're usually called Windows button, no, aren't they? Let's have a look here. Properties. Here, I mean, as I said, I'm not so familiar with Mate. About panels, new panel, Add to Panel. Oh, okay. So Work Switcher, Windows List, Windows Selector, switch between open windows using a menu. Is it that? I don't know. We'll just try it out. So try and error here. Add to Panel. We're going for Windows, switch between open windows using a menu. Using buttons. Windows List. Let's try that. There they are, you see. There we go. So I like to have them. Can I move the whole thing? Move. Oh, yeah, great. So I click this here. Move. Can I move it? Yeah, here, see, there it goes. So I'll just click it here. So there's that. Then I like to have my workspace switcher. I think that's that called, right? So I'll just add that here. Boink. There they are. So we use them too. Right click. Move. Move your body. So there we go. Then what I want, of course, is if I go in here, preferences. I want to see show workspace names in switcher not necessary. Allow. Show only the current workspace. Show all workspaces. Okay, I think it does it. That's the same, I think. So if I go here, nope, it doesn't. Preferences again. Dun. Allow workspace wraparound. What does that mean? Is that... No. Okay, so this means I have to figure that out. Okay, let's see. Maybe in a panel properties here. But you see now that doesn't work. So I think it shows you when you go in Add to Panel. These are the ones you have already here. Are they? Workspace switcher. But I can't play around, you know. Let me do it. So however, for now, we'll just take what we got. Preferences. I'll try one more time. Workspace. Show space name switcher. I can imagine it would do it wraparound in switcher. Show workspace names in switcher. We don't need that. What we need is to see all the other... can't have it for now. We'll figure it out. I had it before, I know. So, now I've got my workspace switcher here. And that. And now I don't need anything from here anymore. Yes, here's that thing for switching on and off. But now I can go to this panel and delete this panel. Boink. Now I got my space back, you see, there. Now it looks almost like XFCE, except I hope they're not going to rewrite everything in Rust. I mean, this idiocracy is, I don't want to get started. This is usually meant to be relaxing here, right? So, we have that. Tuesday, March, time is okay. Yeah. But I would like to have, let's see if I can change that. 24 hours, right? Show week numbers, calendar, temporal, time settings. No, that's okay too. Don't have to change anything here. Locations, no, okay, it's just what it is. Show date, show week number in calendar, show weather, show temperatures, yeah, all good. usually I would like to have something like Tuesday, 3rd March, or 3rd Tuesday, March, and this is like that. Oh, my dog is giving me trouble here. So I will just see if I can pause the video. I can't. See, in the other version I could pause it, but now I can't. So, okay, I can't pause it, then I can't pause it. So I have to continue. So now we have to look, it looks already a little bit better, right? So everything looks okay now. Screen recorder, yeah, I installed OBS because usually it lets me pause by the recording, and this one didn't. So not much I can do. It is what it is. And yeah, so if you have inconsistent errors or lots of errors coming up, check your RAM first. See if that works, and after that I would go for the hard drive. And I would say usually it's your RAM. And that's just how it is. Okay, what else? So yeah, I just modified the desktop here, the panel actually. I didn't really modify anything. I made the panel the way I like it. And for example, in Mate or here in GhostBSD, I think in XFCE is the same. I can't really, so if you go network, browse network, yes, I could go and play around with SMB, but so I just put here SMB. You see that on the top where it said network. Then there's a column, and I go 1, 2 forward. Then I put, for example, my server in. You see? Oh, I made a mistake. So I go here. And he has to be 2 bar / and then 195 /. And if I go here, click, now it shows this, right? And I don't want to type this all the time. So if we open this a little bit more, now we just say add bookmark, and it calls itself, of course, Windows Share. We don't want it. So we just call it, my server here is called Duo. No, it's Duo. There it is. And DZME Linux, that is just for here videos. DZME Linux, that's where the recording goes. And Duo, now I got it. So I wouldn't even call it inconvenient. It's just you have to type your. I mean, if you have a server, you know how to type that in. So that's simple. You know, you go for SMB column / your IP, and then / I think it's better you do that, and then you get to all your little things here, right? That is that, and then you just bookmark it, and then here you go. Now you have it. All right. So, what else? Yeah, I added here, you add these things here like that. You go here for, what do we have, for example? Internet, Firefox. So for example, I just go right click, and I say, add this launcher to panel, and there it is. And usually, then I go right click, then I say move, and I move it to the top, like here. Here it is. This one, yeah, I move that a little bit more to the left, there. So usually I've got File Manager, Software, then HTOP, and then comes everything else. Like here's a browser. Before that would come Thunderbird, stuff like that. And that's how I like to do my things. That picture is not bad. Let's see what they have. Around. Oh, my dog is going crazy. Is it showing something? No. Oh yeah, here. I don't like these dark pictures. I don't want to be blinded by the picture. I would say this is the best for now, but you know, I will put my picture on. This cannot be. All right, so this is really just short and quick about if you have errors, don't blame the operating system, because I would never do such thing. You know that, right? I would never do such thing. My politician word of honor, I would not do such thing. 100% not. Right? So, this is it. So I have it reinstalled. Now I have to do lots of things, but I've got tons of RAM. Look at that. And because it's still installed on on ZFS, not mirrored, it's just a single hard drive. And to be honest, I can't feel much of a difference, because ZFS is caching, right? In the moment I open something up, the first time takes a little longer. Look at the boing, that is. I click it away, go again. And let's say a little bit heavier is, of course, the software center here. So if you open up this, yep, doing there, look, I mean, bam, there it is, right? So we're all so used to SSD, and now they want to have a, I don't know, an arm and a leg for just a tiny SSD. No, thank you. I'll go back to spinning hard drives. And to be honest, the 2.5-inch hard drive they're doing it too. If you have old hard drives, make use out of it. Don't throw them away. And if you don't trust them, make backups from your certain things, like your Thunderbird profile and stuff like that. So we're going in that too later. So this is just a quick video about if you have problems and how to modify a little bit the look from Mate, right? Okay, and again, it's GhostBSD. I do have 3 hard drives in. The old GhostBSD Mirror is still there with 1 drive. That's the XFCE version from GhostBSD. It's still running fine. But because it had errors from the RAM, it might have some weird things, so I'd rather install new. Instead of continuing and adding up and figuring out, I should have reinstalled before, because I had already trouble, right? So the hard drive only showed me that the only thing I had was Salix Thermal, my virtual machine box hard drive was compromised. So yes, it's true, because when I fired it up, after I logged in, I had a black screen. Confirmed. That is that. And I still want to put Salix on here, so Slugware, right? Because I have another hard drive here where I really want to put it on. And I was shocked. It's an old 320 gigabytes, 2.5 inch not solid state, spinning hard drives. They're all spinning hard drives in this machine. And it's Windows 10, but I never used it. It's my account, my password, but not a single file or anything, nothing, no data, absolute empty. And I don't need it. Who in the world? I mean, why would you use Microsoft? And if you see that, how when it booted up, it took forever. Yes, of course, if you have Windows, a spinning hard drive will not do anything anymore. But look at that, GhostBSD is not that I mean, I don't think it's heavy, but it boots up pretty quick. The first boot up takes a moment, but in a moment you start using these things, it just work. It's all good. See, you click here, click, boink, it's right there. So you don't feel any delays. And honestly, if you have a delay one day, okay, well, so be it. Oh yeah, by the way, see, we don't want to have our, not just this here, our terminal. Add this to panel. There it is. Oh, look what I did. Oh yeah, see, now I move this. Move before this. There. So now I can move this, because this just moved here, it got stopped. So, and if I go now with that backwards here, now everything I add on, let's say I just add something to add it on. Sound, rhythm box. So if I go here and say add to panel, no, okay, it didn't work. My idea did not work. Remove from panel. So here it goes. And I opened this. This is that. So, and this is now just a normal panel, right? So if you go, for example, you don't need sudo, but that pool status. So the sudo thing is, if you say sudo, you get more information from it. But here's nothing there. You see, this is just one drive, and that goes because I've got the other it's called that root by default on GhostBSD. If I have 2 that root, it gives me trouble, so I call it that ghost, and it's just one hard drive here. You see, 882P2, and that's my 1 terabyte hard drive. And then of course you can say that ghost scrub, and then it would scrub it. So I'm not doing it yet, because usually I let it scrub without doing any activities here, and I'm recording, so it means it's writing, right? Alright, that is that. So I just wanted to make that little video, and I make one after that, like when I install Thunderbird. How do I get my profile on, because I've got all my PGP stuff set up, and I'm lazy, right? So I don't want to set that up all the time. Just imagine if I would have to configure everything new. This is a nightmare. I like easy stuff. So stay tuned. The next video is how does the ZME Linux reinstall his application or whatsoever, or Thunderbird profile reinstallation, backup and installation. Alright, this is it. So if you have trouble with the operating system, don't blame it, because I told you, right, when I booted the first time, I wanted to install Linux Lite 7.8 here, and it kicked the bucket right when it fired up. It wasn't the operating system, it just hit right away the RAM error, the read-write error, and it was out. This was it. and then I had GhostBSD, which didn't hit it, and now it's all good. And now I've got a massive amount of RAM here, which is absolutely nice. All right, yeah, the next video, there's also a little bit talking about certain things in the Linux community going on, which is not nice, and holy moly. So that's, well, you can see I like here GhostBSD, I like the Slackware. Slackware is to me really nice. I like Magia, but what are all these distros going to do when everybody else goes crazy? Okay, I'll call that video off now. I hope you all have a good day. Don't get caught by all these propaganda. Yes, real people die, and there's nothing you can do, sadly. It's a Babylon system at work, trying to kill more and more people. They said that, right? They said they will kill everybody but 500 million people. So it has started already with Ukraine. Now they just continue there because they need to kill more. Otherwise it takes them too long, right? We're all useless eater to them. However, they don't have a say. They will be wiped out, but that takes a moment. Before that they get a little moment, but not for too long. So yeah, rapture appointment should be around October, November. And no, I didn't work it out because I'm not that smart, but there are people who are really smart, and so yeah, they're really doing a good job. And it is very logical, this research I've seen, and it's the best I've seen so far. And it all comes true. The sequence is right, and it's running now, but not really fulfilled now. And it won't. I mean, it goes back and forward. So there will be, of course, lots of things going on. But it can't fully... I mean, this is already escalate in one way, but it will get worse and worse and worse. And we have to get through till October, November. So stock up a little bit, have some gas, wood stove, you know, this gasifier stoves and stuff like that, like rocket stoves and small. And have something extra. Put water by side because power might go out. Not that that goes out because of the... ongoing escalations. No, it's just part of it, right? You got to live with that, I guess, for now. And yeah, I wonder why I don't have this pause button here. That's not very nice. I want the pause button. Last time I had it here. Maybe I have to run an update. We'll see. Okay, guys. Love you all. Stay safe and sound. Stay out of the propaganda. Don't let your heart be troubled or your soul. Live every day. That's all you can do. And I'll see you in the next video, which might be also tonight. I just have to get my dog out. Otherwise, I will be, she will snap at me and then I'm in trouble. Okay, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.